Hey YouTube, this is Angie and I'm back with another video. Today, let's see, I got slightly offensive. Los Angeles has fallen. I seen a little bit of it. I wanted to do a reaction to it, so I didn't want to watch it all. But let's watch this together.
It doesn't smell right. When this dirt gets wet, it's like gooey and sticky like boogers. That's not how I remember dirt being when I was a kid and making mud pies. It smells like death.
Boogers?
Everywhere I walk, it smells like death. And it sucks so bad. And I don't want to be here.
Welcome back to Slightly Offensive on Blaze TV with your favorite gay black woman host, me, Elijah Schaefer. Today's episode is a little...
Okay, I do have to say I love this dude. I've watched a lot of his videos. But he hits on the topics that nobody's talking about. I don't know, I just love this dude.
More serious. As you see, we are literally standing in an encampment right here in the city of Los Angeles, and we are here to talk to some of the residents who live here and call this place their home. Today there is a cleanup effort to try to clear the trash out that we're going to be a part of, and we're trying to document the realities of what's happening
Don't
in the
mind
city,
me.
the rise of disease, dead bodies are found in the area, and yet what are the Democrats doing? They're ignoring it all. Please always make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to keep independent media and journalism alive. I'm warning some of the content in this may be graphic. Your discretion is advised.
Yeah, that's my warning too. I don't have a little logo. It's not in the budget. I don't even have the right equipment yet, but I will get there. I will.
So what you can't see through the TV is the putrefying smell of... It makes me want to vomit. Oh my God. So right here we got a man sweeping, and people are wearing hazmat suits to basically clean up the streets of Los Angeles. And the reason why they need that is because there are medieval diseases here in California, like typhus. We have hepatitis outbreaks, and it's really actually a danger to public safety and health on the kind of things that are actually going on here.
I heard that there was a homeless camp here where the people were inviting us from the camp to help, and I couldn't say no. I heard that there was a couple veterans living here in the camp, and my dad's a retired Navy captain, and veterans issues are close to my heart, and I want to bring attention to the crisis here in California.
I mean, it's disgusting. Like,
It's a good guy. Definitely.
you drive on the highways and you see the tents on the side of the road. I've never seen anything like the trash and homelessness like it is in LA and Orange County. I've lived on the East Coast my entire life, so coming out here, this is just, it's horrific. It's a human rights issue.
It's just one more example of how government fails to deliver.
California is trash now.
At the basic level.
Sorry, I'm born. I was from there, or I am from there, but
it's horrible. And I think it really just comes down
California's
to
trash.
people need to take responsibility and pick up the trash.
If
here.
you're from there,
Went down
nothing against
Skid
you.
Row driving, and I mean it was nothing but 10 after 10 after 10. And I assume much of the trash that we saw here today would probably be similar on the streets of downtown LA.
A lot of people, they don't understand, you know what I mean? And like, so and I get it. I've had a normal life. I've had a job. I've been on the other spectrum as well for a long time, and I get that. I get what it's like to see certain things and you're like, that's not copacetic with me. I paid for this and that, and I'm not okay with having this, I get that. But when you're showing respect or when you're going above and beyond to consider the people around you and they still put you down, that's really hard.
Can you explain some of the ways that you guys have went above and beyond to consider the people? And
when we live next to businesses and stuff like that, like my dad is very adamant about keeping things clean. Like he'll pick up all the cigarette butts off the ground. This is my dad. This is my best friend in the whole world. Him and my baby girl. Here, baby girl.
oh, what a cute little dog. What's her name? What's her name?
Baby girl.
Baby girl.
Hey, dog looks well fed. Might be on the streets, but so are a lot of animals. But that dog looks fed.
She saved me and my dad in a lot of ways.
You want to talk to the camera?
Yeah, she's very... and I just want people to know that I don't want anyone to feel sorry for us. I don't want people to look at us and go, oh, poor them, poor this, poor that, because you know what?
Damn,
No one
chair.
needs to feel sorry for me. A lot of reasons why I'm here are based on my decisions, my choices. As a grown woman, I made certain choices that made me to come out here. And even to this day, you know, there's certain choices that I could get up and do right now that
I know I'm pausing a lot, but hey, at least she owns up to it.
would probably flip things around, and I still haven't done them. And it's not because I don't want to or because I feel like they're not beneficial for me. It's just it's hard. It's more so hard on the psyche. You know, when you step back into reality and time sets in, and you realize time is unforgiving. It's the most unforgiving thing out there, and it doesn't wait for you, and things move on without you, and that's the hardest part. I want people to realize that this is it has no one's safe from it. You know what I mean? Like, there's no discrimination when it comes to drugs, when it comes to homelessness. There is no discrimination.
I hate this chair. It's like,
Even when I did relapse, I held a job. I had my space. I paid my bills. I was a productive member of society. I raised my daughters. You know, I was a good mommy. I did everything and more I was supposed to do, and it still happens. It still happens. The drop of a dime, it happens, and it's a domino effect, and it's so hard. It's so
damn,
hard
don't
to pull
choke
out
the
of
cat
sometimes,
out.
you know? They say, oh, you
I'm
make
just
your bed, you
kidding.
lie in it. Sometimes you make your bed and you lie in it, and you go to get out, your door's locked, your window's locked, and nobody can hear you scream. And when you're in a world full of this many people, you shouldn't feel that alone. You shouldn't. And I do. I feel so alone.
this blunt sucks.
Donald Trump
Yeah.
has brought awareness to a lot of these big Democrat cities and the problems that they have with increasing poverty, the
Never mind.
shrinking middle class, you have the extreme rich and extreme
Never
poor,
mind.
the disease, etc. And he says it's a problem. Democrats have mocked him continuously for it, or even called him mean for bringing it up. But obviously, we're here. Do you feel like his statements are an actual representation of what you've been seeing in these cities around the country?
Unfortunately, yes.
President Trump called this out for what it is last week. He said these cities really need to be looked at. We should not be dealing with this. It's a health crisis, and we need to start putting attention to it. And the Democrats laughed at it. They laughed at him.
This is all an example of dysfunctional government. Why is it so difficult to get the authorization for a porta potty or a trash can? What is so difficult about that? Why are we paying bureaucrats $75,000 to $100,000 a year to administer a program where the delivery of a product or service is null and void? It's not here. It's crazy that we have to go through the hoops that we go through.
Why am I here? A guy from Northern Virginia that lives on the East Coast. Why did I have to come to the West Coast in order for this to get cleaned up?
Two is drugs. You know, there is obviously a big drug crisis, and that leads to a lot of people that are on the street. Third is mental health. There's a mental health crisis. And four is the very expensive
There is a
pricing
mental
of
health
homes.
crisis.
Homes and apartments are priced.
I gotta pause it every so often. Copyright stuff. There is a big mental health crisis. I suffer from mental health issues. If you've seen it in my videos before, then you know. But yeah, there's a big issue. Big issue.
So high, a lot of people cannot afford it.
You know, these encampments oftentimes go back really far, and before you judge this,
That's why I
remember
spoke.
that this is also people's homes. You know, this is what they call life. It's a lifestyle. And there are some people, you know, who are fighting to get out, and unfortunately there are some people who they have accepted this as their fate. And when you think about the fact that, you know, a one-bedroom apartment starts like at $1,700 to $1,900 in a bad or a given area, what you're going to find is that as you go through this, you know, it's like there's not a lot of other options out here.
In San Francisco,
He has a
there's
hammer
over
on
10,000 people
that's
that
funny.
are homeless on the streets every night, and
It's
most
also a
of the
living.
reasons, over 50% of the reasons, is because they said they cannot afford the housing anymore. Now, 50% of people that are homeless over age 50 were homeless for the first time after their 50th birthday. This is really sad because imagine if your dad or your grandfather was spending his senior years on the streets. And the reason why is because they simply can't afford their rent anymore. So there is, really the elites, the elitists, the people that live in the mansions, the people that are in the government, they're the ones that control the housing prices. And they're the ones that actually kind of have a lock and actually benefit from the people that are living on the streets. So we need to actually get in there. We need to work on drugs. We need to work on the mental health crisis, and we need to work on how we can actually have more affordable housing so that people don't have to have the only option as living on the streets.
But it's not just the fact that the city continues to hike the rent and shrink the middle class so that you only have the extreme poor and the extreme rich, but the real issue is that the city doesn't care. Like the Democrats that run California, they don't care. And then what are they doing? They blame Donald Trump. They said that it's the federal government's fault. It's not. It's local policies are causing the problems that are creating an issue because we're helpless people. And judge what you want, but realize that this is a health epidemic. This is a crisis that is hitting the streets of an American city. And diseases don't stay in cities. Epidemics spread. And so, you might be sitting in your state thinking, good thing I'm not in California or California or California or whatever joke you might make of the city. That doesn't matter what you're saying because this disease can spread. And these are real Americans here living in this squalor. Why? That's a good question.
This trash, believe it or not, is 4 years old.
Wow.
4 years.
4 years old? Wow. Can you imagine living next to that filth every day? I mean, I know you're homeless, but you don't have to live in filth when you're homeless. Like, God forbid it ever happens, but if it did to me, I'm getting a tent. I'm going out to the river. I'm going to catch my food and boil my water. Like, I ain't, 4 years. Wow.
And city crews have not come in to clear out the trash. It's been festering for like, that's...
Well, it hasn't been that bad.
And who?
But for like 1,200
What party
days,
runs California?
this has been here and the city hasn't intervened. What you guys have requested, right? You're saying you've actually asked the city to remove the trash.
Yes, we have. Yeah, that's...
What are their responses?
The only thing, at one time what we were doing is, including, well, when I was here too, is to get the trash out, they would chuck the material over the fence into the, quote, Caltrans area, which is near the freeway. So the jurisdiction no longer is with the city, it's with Caltrans, and Caltrans has a regular schedule of coming by once or twice a month with volunteers sent by the courts, and that's how we get rid of some of our trash, is throw it over the fence. Well, that was the only way. Right. We asked for places, like large bins or trash bins, never to get a response.
We've asked the city numerous times, bring us a big dumpster. We'll bring us it once a month, and we will load everything out. We'll take all the trash to the front at once a month, if that's all you can do, or however you can do it. We will load that trash can up. Please, they won't bring a dumpster. We've asked them so many times, and the one time they brought it, they put it on their property over the gate. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell's that gonna do for us? Like, we have to throw shit over a gate. You know what I mean?
And yes, there were rats. Yes, there were needles. Yes, we did have to wear hazmat suits for fear of catching typhus. My question is, where is the elected officials here in California? Where are you?
So what you see is here's another mouse. Here's what happens. You see the bugs right here?
And a rat, if a rat bites you alone, like, you can get an infection. If they pee on you on an open wound, you could die. They carry the plague, like.
You see this click bug? And these and the bugs that come here with the rats, and there's a mouse that keeps coming out over here. Let me see if I can get him real fast. The smell is really bad, but he's living in here, and there's just dead rats, live rats, and and there's bugs and flies, and it's
dead rats.
It's putrefying. It's like I'm one of the only people here without a face mask, which shows you something. It seems like I'm always places where there is masks. Alrighty, one rat down, many more to go. highway is this right here?
It's the 405.
Okay, we're at the 405. I got the mistake. So we come right here. I mean, just to kind of put into perspective how close we are to the highway. This is the major 405 freeway, and we're just right here. I mean, just in the thick of it, and this is just where we are. And this goes down. There's trash. So what they're doing is they're throwing the trash over here to the sides of the highway, which is then allowing Caltrans, the state organization in charge of travel, to essentially
This is
remove
so sad.
the trash from the
I mean, I know
inside.
that they
Out here, this soil
do shit to
they
get
come
put
and
there,
test it all the
but
time. The levels of fecal matter that are in the soil is ridiculous.
not always.
Some areas in the bamboos, it's 98% fecal matter, and that's because this is reprocessed dirt. It's from the plant. They bring it out here, and it's supposed to go through a filtration. It's clean, but they use it for soil, and they bring it back out here. They get more, and they take it, and it gets processed. You know, and they use it. You know, it's insane. And they're coming testing the waters, and they're telling us that there's E. coli in the water, in the river that float in the Los Angeles,
in the LA River.
the LA River, and you know what I mean. And it's I blew my mind to know this, and I'm just like. They're like, yeah, you can't even boil this water anymore and use it.
Is the city aware that these are the conditions that people are being exposed to in their city?
They obviously are if they're sending people out there to test it.
So why is this not in the media though? Why is it not in? Why is the press not covering this?
Because it's a hush thing. It's a big dirty secret.
You know, we're close to the border, and
It's not
there
as
are a
well.
lot of
I knew it was
illegal
dirty, but
immigrants coming
damn.
through here, closer than maybe other cities, and they may bring things with them, like diseases and everything that we don't really know about, because we're not closely monitoring who's coming in and who's coming out, right?
I ain't gonna lie though, I live in Phoenix, and there's a lot of homeless people. Like a lot. Not quite as many as LA, but it's horrible. It's horrible.
Another thing is the Democrat-run cities tend to have these kinds of issues. Chicago, LA, San Francisco, these sanctuary cities. It's no surprise that we tend to have these kinds of issues more than other cities in the country. So we really need to look at that and look at what is the Democrat leadership doing to these actual cities.
You know how many dead bodies have been found right across this freeway at what they call the avatars and the archery? Just last week they found just a torso in a shopping cart burned. They found a man in the water over there drowned. They are believed to be all men of middle age and homosexual.
Some residents here said they've been here for 4 years before anything has been cleaned up, yet repeatedly asking the city, how did residents here get in contact with you specifically?
We're working with a gentleman named Wayne, and Wayne has been wanting to clean up this community for over a year now. So when we heard that Wayne had the connection here, that
Good
the
job,
community
Wayne.
wanted help, wanted this trash cleaned up, well, it was just, it was meant to be. And, you know, we had dumpsters donated, a Bobcat donated, and we just decided to use my social media platform to bring out hundreds of volunteers here into downtown LA.
These folks volunteering to come out here to pick this up is an awesome thing. You know, we appreciate their help so much, we, I should say, really respect them for what they're doing. Secondly, the benefit for them, you know, it shows a little bit of community bonding. You know, it shows that instead of relying on the government to come out and do certain things, that they can, which they have in this case, on their own, put together a set of volunteers and a timeline and schedule and resources to assist those in need. And, you know, I have to commend them for that, because it shows not only are they strong, but they also show a sense of community, which you need more in Los Angeles.
There are 500,000 homeless Americans. There are 50,000 homeless veterans. There are 3.6 million black children in poverty, 4 million Hispanic children in poverty, and 4.2 million white children in poverty. The biggest question that the American people needs to ask itself is, why are illegal immigrants prioritized over the needs of American citizens? Why are American citizens sleeping in these camps, sleeping on the streets, but illegal immigrants come first? And I want people to critically think. Ask yourself why. And then let's take it a step further. If you're sitting at home and you're watching this interview right now and you're feeling inspired and you're feeling motivated to do something, be the change. Stop talking, start doing, do something. Actually go out into your community, pick up trash, even if it's somewhere at a park, even if it's on the side of the street. Do something good. Let's be more kind. Let's
can
be
do
more
that.
giving. Let's be more caring. Just be the change you want to see.
This is really not uncommon in the city of California.
I'm gonna try doing that. Or I ain't gonna try. I'm gonna do it. You know, see trash here and there. I'm gonna pick it up. I usually only pick up after myself, or my wife. But I think we all should do a little something.
The entire crew, everybody has masks on, and it is sick. What are you doing about it? You know, what are we going to actually accomplish here? This is everywhere in the state of California, and it's getting worse. How many cleanups can we do before we realize that there is a health crisis? This is an epidemic, and it needs to stop. Thank you so much again. Have a great rest of the day. Always check the links below. Find ways to support us. And please, if you want to continue to make journalism like this possible, go to blazetv.com, use promo code Elijah, all caps in the description, to get $20 off of your subscription. It helps us to travel to get where we need to go. And the Blaze has been very supportive when YouTube has not, and they've continued to make things like this possible. I gotta get out of here, I gotta take a shower, and I gotta get away from these dead rats.
Wow. That's crazy. What do you guys think about it? What part stuck out to you the most? What part hit below the belt? What part do you disagree with? Or just like the video. Just like the video. Go check out Slightly Offensive. Like I said, he's an awesome guy. I don't know him personally, you know, but I've been watching his videos, and he's always out just to find the truth and to expose. So with that note, like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. I'm out.